Hey dolls! So today I am going to talk about a makeup palette. This is the only thing I've bought in a really long time. I can't even remember the last time I've bought makeup or like a collection. So this is the Nars and God Created the Woman set. And so here's the palette. And I did a tutorial with this. And I also use the brush and eye primer that comes with it. It's kind of dirty, sorry, that happens with Nars packaging. Just a warning, if you want pristine packaging, probably don't go with Nars just because it's going to bother you. So here's the eye primer, and I really was interested in trying it because Lisa Aldridge uses it all the time and it just always looks great when she uses it. And this is 0.09 ounces and it's 2.8 grams. Sorry, the writing is really tiny. I probably looked cross-eyed there. But here's what it looks like, and so it's pretty good size. It's not like big, but I kind of wish it was a squeeze tube because I don't really like having to like get an applicator. Like what I do is I just put it on the back of my hand just so I don't like get it infected if I ever get sick or something. So I do prefer like my Too Faced like squeezing kind just because I feel like you get your money's worth. You can squeeze every little last bit out of it and it's more sanitary, but other than that I just put this on the back of my hand and it works fine, and I do really like it, so I was excited to try this. So the next thing it comes with is the number 3 brush. And it looks like that. Whoops, sorry. It is really fluffy. Here's what it looks like from the side. So it's pretty thick and it's really soft and fluffy. Like just petting my hand with it, it's like very soft. I like it. It's more of like, I would say I like using my MAC brushes to apply the colors more like intensely. If you want, you know, the brush to not like blend everything out and make it look really soft, I wouldn't use this brush just because I think this is better for like a highlight or just an all over color to like softly apply that. But I do really like the brush. I think it's really good quality. And so for the actual palette, people complained about the size of the eyeshadows. I don't think they're like tiny though, because my Nars eyeshadows last me forever. If you know anything about Nars, like the Nars eyeshadows I have, they're just, especially the darker ones, they last a lot longer, and I'll tell you why. But here are the colors. So I'm going to look at my box, but it actually doesn't specify which one is which. But I believe the lightest one is Alhambra. I hope I'm saying that right. And then you have, so it's, whoops, that one right there. I think that's Bellissima. I think that's Kalahari. That I know is Galapagos, Coconut Grove, and Night Clubbing. I know that one's Night Clubbing, and I know that's Coconut Grove. I'm just not sure about the ones on the top. But I will say that something about Nars eyeshadows is that the darker the eyeshadow, the more pigmented it is. Like I have Nars Mekong, and like literally it is so pigmented. It is like I have to like dust it, like I have to tap it off, and then I have to dust it off on the back of my hand, and even still I put it on my eye and it's like bam. So something about the darker eyeshadows, they're just so pigmented, you need the tiniest little bit, and even still it's too much. So the lighter ones I've noticed, they you need a lot more. You can kind of layer them and kind of pile them on more, but the darker ones will last you forever because you only need a tiny little bit. So I think I'll probably use up the lighter ones faster than the darker ones. And I have to say my favorite color is this one right here. It's kind of unassuming, and I thought it would be like one of my least favorite colors, but it is my absolute favorite color because it's like the perfect kind of mushroomy brown gray, and it's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's just like the perfect brown. I just love it. It really is just like a gentle, has a gentle defining effect to my eye, and I think these colors are so neutral that they'll look great on everybody. I think the quality is just as good as if you get like all of these in single eyeshadows, but here I can compare it to one of my single eyeshadows. So here is the eyeshadows in the palette, and then here is a full-size Nars eyeshadow. So here, let me try and hold them side by side. So there is a pretty good size difference, but then again, Nars eyeshadows do last forever. Like, I've barely dented this one and I wear it all the time. This is Voyage. And so this one is, I think it's 0.07 ounces. Yeah. And then these are each 0.03 ounces, so they're a little bit less than half the size of a normal Nars eyeshadow, but like I said, Nars eyeshadows will last you forever, and it's so portable. And I got this because, first of all, I wanted to try the eye primer. I've just heard such good things about it. And then second of all, I just really love neutral eyeshadows. Like, I know some people think they all look the same, but they look different to me, and I like to have a bunch of choices because they're all a little bit different and they can all create a little bit of a different effect. And I was contemplating buying a couple of these full size. So when it came out in a set together, I was like, oh, perfect. I don't have to buy a bunch of full-size eyeshadows. I can just buy it in one go. So at $59, I do think this set is a good value, especially if you don't have a lot of neutral eyeshadows, or you're looking for something that you can travel with, or, you know, maybe you haven't tried Nars yet and you want to try their eyeshadows out. I think this is a great set, and there are a lot of really good reviews online as well, so if you want to see more like about like Sephora reviews or something, you can check that out. But I do really like it. I think it is the perfect neutral palette, and I think the eyeshadows are so cute. Like, I don't think they're too small, but that's just my opinion. And so if you guys want to watch a tutorial on this eyeshadow palette, just keep watching, and also you can request more looks. This is a look that I did, but you can request something more dramatic or softer or whatever you guys want to see, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Starting with the Nars eyeshadow primer, which looks like that. I'm just going to take the applicator, put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to put it on my eye with my finger. And I do this just because if I were to get sick or something, I wouldn't want to like have this whole thing infected and then have to buy new ones. So that's what I do with like my lip glosses and stuff that I can't like actually sanitize with alcohol. So this right here, this one in the middle, is the first color that I'm going to take, and I believe that is called Bellissima, but I'm not sure because they're not labeled. They're labeled online, I think, but they're not labeled on the actual packaging. So it's kind of the mushroomy brown in the top center. So I'm going to take that with my MAC 217. And just start working that in my crease. Alright, so the next color I'm going to take is this color right here, and I don't really know what this one's called, maybe Kalahari, but then again I'm not sure because the names aren't on here. So I'm going to take the actual Nars brush, and it's just the number 3 brush that comes with this palette, and it's really fluffy and really soft, and it's pretty big too, so it really kind of blends everything together. So I'm going to take the eyeshadow on there and just start working it on my lid. And then I like to blend it up too. Alright, so something I always really love to do before I start anything underneath is take my Chanel eyeliner in Beige Clair, and I don't think they have this available, but any nude eyeliner you have will work, and I like this one because it's really skin toned, and I wish they wouldn't have made it limited edition, but I just like to put it right in my waterline. Just so that my eyes look really bright and open, because I feel like that makes my eyes kind of take the darker eyeshadows around it a little bit better, and it doesn't make my eyes look small. Alright, so next I'm going to take that same Bellissima, or like that mushroomy brown color, and get a little bit on a MAC 219, just any like smaller brush that you have, and just dust that underneath my eye. Alright, so now I'm going to take the bottom middle color, which is that kind of darker matte brown, and I believe this one is Coconut Grove because I know that that's Galapagos, and pretty sure this is the Night Clubbing color. So I'm going to take Coconut Grove, and I'm going to take that on my 217 brush again, and with this I'm going to take a little bit off on the back of my hand because the darker colors can tend to have some fallout and go on really intense. And then I'm just going to work this in and kind of deepen my outer corner in my crease. Alright, and then next I'm going to take that Nars brush again, and I'm going to take the very lightest color in the palette. It's that one right there. Sorry, my camera's not really wanting to focus right now, but it's the lightest color in the palette. It's the top left one. And I'm going to get a little bit on the Nars brush, and I'm just going to work that in here and on my brow bone, just to make sure everything's well blended. Okay, and then for eyeliner I'm going to take Sharina Tarantino's Ultraviolet. It's kind of a purpley, plummy, has a little bit of brown tones in it too. It's a really, really beautiful eyeliner, and I think it'll make my eye color pop a little bit. I'm going to bring a mirror closer to me because my mirror is really far away. I'm going to kind of flick it out a little bit, and then I'm going to dot it underneath, which I already kind of got underneath because I couldn't quite see what I was doing, so I just like to dot it just to accentuate my lower lashes. Alright, so I just applied mascara, and I used this little Chanel sample that I just got, and this is their Inimitable mascara, and it's in black. Actually, it's their Inimitable Intense in black. And so now I'm going to do blush, and the blush that I'm going to use is Sharina Tarantino's Neapolitan Lane. And I really like this blush because it kind of reminds me of Nars Douceur, and I think it's really pretty on all kinds of skin colors, but I really like it on my fair skin because I don't really like to put like a bunch of bronzer on my face because I think it looks really orange. So this adds a little bit of definition and kind of neutral tone without looking orange. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my MAC 116 and apply that on my cheekbone. I really like the natural glow that that gives my skin, and so for lips I'm going to take Sephora, this little lip pencil in Royal Rose. It's just one of their little, I think it was like $5 or something, it wasn't that expensive. And I'm just going to line my lips softly. And I never do this too precise because it's a pretty natural color. And I blend it out with my finger anyway. So I take my finger and I just blend it out. And once it's all blended, I learned this from Lisa Aldridge, just to like blend your lip liner. I'm going to take it's actually like a little sample thing of Chanel lipsticks, and I got this like a year ago at Nordstrom, but I just recently opened it. And so I'm going to take the one on the end here, and it's kind of like a, really pretty. It looks like a berry color, but it's not. When you apply it, it's a lot softer. These are almost like lip balms. I love them. They're so moisturizing, and I love that they don't have too much like intense color. Alright, so I'm just going to take a Sephora lip brush and get some of that. I like how moisturizing and natural it is. It's like a perfect soft rose color, so I think it kind of finishes the look nicely. Another good option is Chanel's lipstick in Superstition, which I wear this with like more intense looks a lot because it's kind of like a golden peachy color, and it's really, really neutral, and it looks really, really pretty. It's almost like a golden lipstick. It's just very like beigey and golden, and it looks gorgeous with smoky eyes. So that's it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it and try it out. And I mean, there are so many possibilities with this palette, and I can definitely make more tutorials if you guys want to see something more dramatic or maybe even more natural. This is kind of a good in-between like everyday look if you want your eyes to look really framed and noticeable, I guess. And so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!